Brian Redzikowski from Kettner Exchange. This week we're going to go over one of the dishes, the shrimp in Kohlrabi wrap. We call them the tacos here, that you'll be getting in a box this week. So what we did here is we actually broke down some of the shrimp for you guys. These are just 20 on 25s. What I recommend, a little bit of white pepper, not black pepper, it's too obtrusive for that. A little bit of, we use Baleen sea salt. You can use any salt at home. I would stay away from the iodized salt. Kosher salt works really well too. So these guys, obviously, we're going to cook them 100%. This is our variation off a taco. We use something called Kohlrabi. I think it's a very underutilized vegetable. It is a radish, but it's very, very sweet. We slice these things up for you guys. Keep them nice and damp until you need to use them. There's other, you can put them in a salad if you like and all, but I think has a nice sweetness to it and like a nice crunch too as well. So get the pan hot, a little bit of oil. It moves around, dances around in there a little bit. You can add the shrimp. And again, these shrimp, you want to cook 100%, huh? If you want, if you have a grill or you want to do this outside, you can actually do this on the grill as well. That works. I prefer the sauté like this. It's a little bit more feminine. It's a very light dish, as you'll see. And then there's also one of these things that we always talk about and teach. It's always one of those things where when something is raw and then when it's well done. Obviously there's that little fine little area, that thin line, that's actually when it's like perfectly cooked. These guys, you don't want to fully cook these guys to like a little like rubber ball off, but you want them well done like that. Set those aside for a bit. This dish is very easy to assemble. It's just all about the ingredients. So here you're gonna have a little bit of frisée. Just lay that baby out like that. Again, what we always use at Kettner's, negi, Japanese for scallion. Very, very thin cut. You can toss that right in there. Pull this guy to the side. Then with this, a little bit of the dressing. This is the calamanci. It's a Filipino little vinaigrette. It's actually a citrus. You can load that on there. You're gonna really need that to be kind of wet like that. Let that sit for a minute, and then we're gonna go into the Kohlrabi that we talked about. I mean, these would be good any way that you guys want to use this. This is what we do at Kettner. You can lay these guys down. It creates a perfect vessel for these guys. A little bit of avocado, sliced thin. Just a slice, just like that. Okay. At this point, you can add the shrimp. This one gets a little bit on each. This is chipotle mayo. This is for our spicy shrimp. Have you ever been to Kettner? I'm sure you've probably ordered that one before. Put that right on there. Like that. Then a little bit of the frisée. Make sure it's nice and wet, like that. And there it is, very simple. Just eat it like a taco, pull it together, nice and fresh. It's good for the nice summer months as well. The next dish that we're gonna do is Dan Noodles. This is actually a vegan dish. At the restaurant we do lamb, but we thought we'd actually showcase some of the vegetables that we're getting in here from some of the farmers that are supporting us through this time. So what we're gonna start out with is the squash we're getting from Girl and Doug. It's pretty cool how he does it. He actually grows this inside that bag to keep that in like a uniform shape. A big part of this dish also is these pea tendrils from Skidtilla Farms. These two kids came up to us about a month ago, started selling us their product and that, and they do a really good job with these pea tendrils, extremely bright and vibrant. So we're gonna go through this dish. It's very, very simple and how we're gonna get it going. So again, there's many vegetables inside the box. You can do whatever you like to your liking. You can admit it all. If you want to add the chicken in there too, you can actually add the shrimp in there as well. It's completely up to you guys. But we're going to show this one as being a vegan dish, which we really don't have many of those dishes at Kettner. So here's your squash. You see how perfectly uniform it is. You can cut this up any way you like. If you want to leave it even chunkier than that. Again, I do, like for these quick stir-fry dishes, I like to leave it with a little bit of bite into it as well. So, side the hancha veggies we're gonna add there as well, and then we'll use bok choy that we use. Where did I put the bok choy? This one we use the stems, and as well as the leaves. We'll fold the leaves in at the end of the cooking process. Hot pan, once again, a little bit of oil into that thing. This is a very, very quick pickup. You can put your mushrooms. If you're gonna use chicken or shrimp, I would put the shrimp and chicken first, whatever takes the longest to get going. The thing about this dish as well is it's zero seasoning. It's 100% seasoned with the sauce, so you don't have to worry about salt and pepper throughout this. Here's the squash. You see it browns really, really fast. It's getting there. And at this point, we're about halfway there. You put the stems in. Give it a stir. So here we go with the sauce. So the sauce is ready to roll. Again, this is a traditional Dan, so it's a lot of sesame into this one. Kind of get it into there like that. You can turn it down a little bit so it doesn't break the sauce up. Kind of coat everything like this. Add another layer because you have to add the pasta into there. At this point, we provided some pasta for you guys. All you have to do is you cook it for 4 minutes. It's ready to go. You can actually keep it to the side like we did. We cooked this about an hour ago. You can just fold that right in as well. As the pasta goes in, this is where I recommend putting in the bok choy at this point. And again, seems like everything's getting scallions. These guys I like to cut on the fly or last minute. Keeps this nice brightness, the sweetness of negi or scallions. And add those all in there. Now, once everything's in there, everything's cleaned up nice. This is the time you just take a look as you toss it because the pasta is going to suck up a lot of that sauce. So as you get going, add a little bit more sauce to that. Give it a few flips. And that's it. You're ready to roll. Take your bowl. Place everything down. There's the pasta. This is the Szechuan oil that we make, we're providing. So you guys can finish that dish up. It's a little bit more heat to it. And then, I mean, the favorite ingredient right now, it seems like Kettner, is these pea tendrils. It also kind of reminds you of like springtime, you know, summertime. brings a lot of sweetness to this dish. And that is it. It's your vegetarian, our version of the vegetarian Dan Dan.